Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Across the country, food banks are facing an urgent crisis, and Delaware is no exception. Millions of dollars worth of deliveries of vital food aid have been halted to food banks. In February alone, more than 50% of the food that the Food Bank of Delaware distributed came from the federal government. Now, with shipments frozen and no clarity on whether they will be restored, they are in uncharted territory. The Food Bank of Delaware is now uncertain whether they will receive 14 truckloads over the next 4 months. These halted deliveries represent over a quarter of the food expected to be received from the federal government for the rest of this fiscal year. Kathy Konevsky, the CEO of the Food Bank of Delaware, shared with me that this would be devastating. This is not an abstract issue. It is not a partisan issue. This is about families, working parents, seniors, veterans, children, people who rely on food banks to get through the month. 1 in 8 Delawareans face food insecurity, and the Food Bank of Delaware has been a lifeline for thousands of families. The truckloads in question represent over 600,000 meals that the food bank will not be able to put on the tables of Delawareans. Yes, the Food Bank of Delaware plays a frontline role in combating hunger, but they offer more than just food. They provide dignity, hope, and a sense of community. Food banks who are already stretched thin are now being asked to do even more with even less. The loss of federal support jeopardizes their ability to serve effectively, placing additional strain on state and local resources. At a time when grocery prices remain high and demand for assistance is great, the loss of these shipments could mean fewer meals for families in every corner of my state. Further cuts at the hands of the administration to the USDA's Local Food Purchasing Assistance Program only adds to this crisis. At the direction of this administration, the USDA axed 2 programs that give schools and food banks assistance to buy food from local farms and ranchers. In Delaware alone, this will amount to $2 million in cuts. Just last month, I stood on this floor to raise the alarm about $10 million in funding owed to Delaware farmers. Now I stand here again to raise the alarm about the Trump administration taking their chainsaw to another life-saving service that supports our farmers in feeding Delaware. All of this will result in fewer customers for Delaware's farmers and higher prices at the grocery store for Delaware's families. The Trump administration has broken their promise time and time again to the American people, ripping funding and literal food from the hands of my constituents. The USDA must restore these shipments and funding before the consequences become dire to families across Delaware.